Title: The Day the Clock Stopped, Ethan Caldwell built his life in 15-minute blocks. Every morning at 5 a.m., his phone alarm sliced through the darkness. By 5:02, he was already scanning emails. By 6 o'clock, he was on the treadmill. Not to enjoy movement, but to conquer it. Meetings stacked upon meetings filled his days, each one a rung on a ladder he had been climbing for so long he no longer remembered why. At 48, Ethan was the CEO of a global tech company. He had money, influence, and a calendar that never breathed. He also had headaches he ignored, meals he skipped or replaced with coffee, and a chest tightness he dismissed as stress. Until the morning his body finally demanded a meeting. It too happened during a board presentation. Ethan was mid-sentence, explaining quarterly growth projections, when the room tilted. The faces around the table blurred. His chest burned, sharp and sudden, and the clock on the wall began to tick impossibly loud. Then everything went dark. When Ethan woke up, the ceiling was white and unfamiliar, a steady beat marked time in a way his calendar never had. A doctor stood at the foot of the bed, her expression calm but firm. "You didn't have a heart attack," she said, "but you were close." Ethan tried to sit up. "Have a meeting," she stopped him with a raised hand. "You have a choice," she said. "Slow down, or your heart will do it for you." Permanently, thoughts landed heavier than any financial loss he had ever faced. 2 weeks later, against his instincts and his board's protests, Ethan checked into a small coastal recovery center. No Wi-Fi in the rooms, no televisions, no schedules beyond meals, walks, and rest. The first day felt unbearable. He reached for his phone dozens of times, his fingers twitching with phantom notifications. Silence pressed in on him. During the morning walk, he paced impatiently, frustrated by the slow steps of the elderly man ahead of him. "You're walking like the ocean owes you money," the man said, smiling. Ethan blinked. "Excuse me." The man chuckled. "Name's Samuel. I used to rush like you. Almost killed me." They began walking together each morning. Samuel walked slowly, deliberately, stopping often to breathe in the salty air. At first, Ethan hated it. Then, gradually, something shifted. For the first time in years, Ethan noticed things. The way the waves never hurried, yet always arrived. The sound of girls arguing over scraps. The warmth of the sun on his face as he sat on a bench with nothing to do and nowhere to be. One afternoon, during a guided breathing session he had planned to skip, Ethan felt his chest loosen not from medication, but from stillness. His thoughts, once a constant roar, softened to a murmur. That night, he slept 8 uninterrupted hours. Weeks passed. Ethan's blood pressure dropped. His headaches disappeared. But more surprising was the quiet clarity that emerged. He realized how much of his life had been lived in the future next quarter. Next deal, next milestone. Rarely had he lived in the present moment he was racing through. On his final day at the center, Ethan stood alone by the shoreline. The clock in his head, the one that had driven him relentlessly, had slowed. Too. It hadn't stopped. It had found its rhythm. When Ethan returned to work, things changed. He delegated more. He left the office before sunset. Meetings were shorter. Weekends were sacred. He took walking calls, sometimes no calls at all. The company didn't collapse. In fact, it thrived. So did Ethan. Years later, on a quiet morning, he walked the same beach with his daughter, her small hand wrapped around his. "Why do you walk so slowly, Dad?" she asked. Ethan smiled, watching the waves arrive right on time. "Because," he said, I learned that life doesn't reward speed. It rewards presence. And this time, he was there to receive it.